Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel, the home for all things trending, heartfelt, and a little bit surprising. Today we're diving into a story that's not just inspiring but full of unexpected turns. Jenna Bush Hager, beloved co-host of Today with Hoda and Jenna, author and proud book lover, has just revealed the very first book pick under her brand new publishing imprint. But wait, this announcement comes with more than just a new title. It's filled with emotion, secrets from behind the scenes, and a twist that even Jenna's most loyal fans didn't see coming. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this move might just change the way we look at book clubs forever. When you think of Jenna Bush Hager, you think of warmth, honesty, and that unmistakable spark that turns any story she tells into something magical. She's been known to recommend books that touch millions of hearts through her Read with Jenna Club. But this time, Jenna's stepping into an even bigger role. One that takes her from recommending books to publishing them herself. It all started quietly a few months ago. While the world thought Jenna was simply continuing her book club as usual, something bigger was brewing behind the scenes. During an interview on Today, she revealed her new publishing imprint under William Morrow, a part of HarperCollins, and fans couldn't contain their excitement. The imprint, called Read with Jenna Publishing, will bring forth the same kinds of books her audience has come to love: heartfelt, character-driven, and full of hope. But here's where the twist begins. When Jenna finally revealed her very first book pick under this imprint, it wasn't just a launch. It was personal. The first book, titled The First Time We Met by author Jane L. Rosen, isn't just a story of love and destiny. It's a reflection of something deeply connected to Jenna's own life journey. On the surface, it's a romantic, emotional novel about two strangers whose lives intertwine in unexpected ways. But as Jenna described the story, her eyes welled up with emotion. She hinted that this book mirrors the what-ifs and the quiet choices that define every person's life, themes that resonate with her not just as a reader, but as a mother, daughter, and storyteller. The studio went silent as Jenna shared how the book reminded her of the paths not taken, the tiny moments that can change everything. Sometimes, she said softly, you read a story that feels like it was written for your own heart. Fans watching from home flooded social media with messages, saying they could feel her passion through the screen. But some noticed something else, a slight nervousness, almost as if there was more to this story than Jenna was revealing. And they were right. Just a few days after the announcement, reports surfaced that Jenna had been working on this project for over 2 years, secretly reading manuscripts, editing drafts, and personally reaching out to authors who she believed had something special to say. She wasn't just lending her name to a brand, she was shaping it. That's when the truth came out. The imprint wasn't originally intended to be public this soon. Sources close to the publishing team revealed that Jenna had planned to wait until 2026 to announce her first pick. But a surprise leak of the book's details on a small literary blog forced her to move up the reveal. Instead of panic, Jenna turned the moment into an opportunity. She stepped forward, owning the story and turning it into one of the most heartfelt announcements the Today audience had ever seen. What made the reveal even more powerful was the meaning behind the book's title, The First Time We Met. Fans began speculating that Jenna's choice wasn't random. Could the book's theme of fate and timing have something to do with her own relationship with husband Henry Hager? Or was it perhaps a nod to her parents George W. and Laura Bush, whose enduring love story often inspired her work? In a later interview, Jenna hinted that her connection to the book went beyond admiration. When I first read it, she said, I saw pieces of my own heart in these pages. I think that's the magic of storytelling. We see ourselves reflected in the words of others. Her honesty struck a chord with audiences worldwide. Readers rushed to pre-order the book, causing a massive surge that pushed it into the top 20 on Amazon within just hours of the reveal. But it wasn't the numbers that stunned the publishing world. It was the emotion. For years, Jenna's Read with Jenna Club has been known for choosing titles that uplift and heal. But with this imprint, she's aiming higher. She wants to find stories that change lives. During the Today broadcast, she described her vision. I want to publish books that make people pause, feel deeply, and talk to one another again. Books that remind us of our shared humanity. What many fans didn't realize is that this dream didn't come easily. Behind the scenes, Jenna faced major challenges launching her imprint. Publishing insiders revealed that several industry executives initially doubted whether a morning show host could manage a full editorial line. There were financial concerns, scheduling conflicts, and countless rewrites of the imprint's mission statement. At one point, according to those close to her, Jenna nearly walked away from the deal entirely. She didn't want to slap her name on something just for publicity, said one source. If she was going to do this, it had to be authentic. Every book had to pass through her hands and her heart. In one particularly emotional moment, which Jenna later shared privately, she recalled a late-night conversation with her mother, Laura Bush. As a former librarian and lifelong advocate for reading, Laura has always been Jenna's literary compass. When Jenna confessed that she was overwhelmed by the pressure of launching her own imprint, Laura reportedly told her, "Every story worth telling starts with fear. Don't let that stop you from turning the page." Those words stuck. And now, seeing the imprint come to life, fans say it feels like the perfect continuation of the Bush family's legacy, one rooted in education, compassion, and storytelling. But here comes another twist, one that caught even longtime Today viewers off guard. Just as the buzz around Jenna's first pick began to build, her co-host Hoda Kotb made a cryptic comment on air. "You know, Jenna's been keeping another secret from us too." The audience gasped. Jenna laughed nervously but didn't deny it. "All I'll say," she teased, "is that this book isn't the only project we're launching this year." Speculation went wild. Was Jenna hinting at a TV adaptation deal? Maybe a docuseries following the journey of the books she publishes? Or perhaps, could Jenna herself be working on another personal writing project? Days later, eagle-eyed fans spotted Jenna visiting a production office in Brooklyn known for its work on literary adaptations. Rumors started swirling that The First Time We Met could already be in talks for a film or limited series adaptation, potentially marking the first time Jenna's imprint would bridge the gap between the publishing and entertainment worlds. While Jenna hasn't confirmed any of those details, she hasn't exactly denied them either. When asked directly during a Q&A about the possibility of adapting her first pick, she smiled and said, "When stories move people, anything can happen. Let's just say this is only the beginning." And that's what makes this story so powerful. It's not just about one book, but a movement. Jenna Bush Hager has built her career around human connection, from her journalism work to her best-selling books like Everything Beautiful in Its Time. She's always sought to find the beauty in ordinary lives. But with Read with Jenna Publishing, she's now giving new voices the chance to be heard, stories that might otherwise be overlooked. Behind the glitz of morning television, there's something quietly revolutionary about what she's doing. In an age when digital media dominates attention spans, Jenna is putting books, physical, emotional, soul-stirring books, back in the center of our conversations. And she's doing it her way. Instead of relying solely on commercial success, Jenna plans to use her platform to spotlight debut authors, underrepresented voices, and stories that celebrate resilience. She said she'll be reading every manuscript submission personally, at least in the early stages. That kind of dedication is rare in today's fast-paced entertainment landscape. But the emotional thread through all of this remains personal. Jenna often talks about how reading was her escape growing up in the White House, how books gave her peace when the world outside felt overwhelming. This new venture in many ways feels like a return to that younger version of herself, the girl who found comfort in stories and is now helping others find the same solace. Still, the journey ahead won't be without obstacles. The publishing world is notoriously competitive, and even celebrity-backed imprints have struggled to maintain momentum. But if there's anyone equipped to redefine what a celebrity publisher means, it's Jenna. As one editor put it, Jenna doesn't just talk about books. She feels them. That's why this imprint will succeed. The real magic of this story, though, lies in what happened after the reveal. Within hours, social media was overflowing with emotional reactions. Readers sharing how the announcement gave them hope, authors saying they finally believed they had a chance, and even teachers and librarians thanking Jenna for bringing excitement back to reading. Then came a viral video from a young aspiring author who tearfully thanked Jenna, saying, "Because of you, I believe my story matters." Jenna saw the clip and responded personally, writing, "Your story does matter. Keep writing." That simple act, replying to a fan, captured exactly who Jenna Bush Hager is. Someone who believes in connection, kindness, and the transformative power of storytelling. And if the whispers are true, this first book pick, The first time we met might just be the beginning of something far greater than a publishing imprint. It could be the start of a cultural shift, where heartfelt storytelling becomes the center of pop culture again. Because while the headlines might focus on the business move, or the celebrity involvement, or even the potential film deal, the real story is about passion. About a woman who turned her lifelong love of reading into a platform for others. And about how one book, chosen with care, courage, and maybe a little bit of fate, can remind us all that every ending is just a new beginning. So when Jenna said, "This is only the first chapter," maybe she meant it more literally than we realized. Because if this launch is any indication, the next chapters in her story, and in the stories she'll help bring to life, are going to be unforgettable. And that's it for today's deep dive into Jenna Bush Hager's big announcement. From the secret meetings to the emotional book reveal, this story had everything: heart, surprise, and a little bit of mystery. What do you think about Jenna's first pick and her move into publishing? Do you think the first time we met will be turned into a film? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your theories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more trending celebrity stories, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next twist-filled update. Until next time, keep reading, keep dreaming, and remember, every great story starts with one brave decision to turn the page.